What's the matter?
We don't allow side-by-sides on district land.
What does that mean?
Like
even though we're registered and we're legal like a car?
Yep, unfortunately.
How's that? I mean, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but
I get it.
how's that? Because I specifically called the office.
What office?
For the campground, because we're visiting somebody in the campground.
Yep.
I specifically called and said, hey, we have side-by-sides that are registered as a motor vehicle. We're fully insured. And he said they would just consider it as a regular vehicle.
Do you know who you talked to?
Some kid at the...
yeah, unfortunately, no.
Okay,
the only thing that is recreationally allowed.
Let me ask you this, because we just drove 45 minutes.
Yep.
Let me ask you this, because they're camping somewhere in here. Is there any way you could reason with us, let us park them in a safe, and we can walk?
Go back up here towards the marina.
Okay.
We have a parking lot for our trail system.
Okay.
You can park them there.
You guys got a trail system?
Yeah.
For these?
No,
Oh,
not these.
okay,
No, walking.
Okay. Can we follow you? I appreciate you being reasonable with us. Can we follow you and then we'll have them pick us up or something?
I won't even follow you.
Well, I don't know where. Just the marina?
Oh, you can follow me. I'm actually leaving.
Okay.
And I'll just point where it's at.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hey, by the way, I like your flag.
Thanks. Hey guys. Thanks for watching Redneck Garage. We want to welcome you back. Sorry we're down here in the dungeon today. It's a little bit cooler outside and noisier out there as well. So we're going to do today's update down here in the office. I wanted to thank you for watching and being part of the channel and commenting and doing everything that you guys do, helping the channel grow. Today we're going to have an update on us getting pulled over in the Muskingum watershed this past Saturday. Before we do that, I'd like to ask you guys to go down and hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, and don't forget to hit the like button on the video and leave a couple comments or two, and we'll go from there. But also, I wanted to thank the people who donate to the channel on a regular basis, and I wanted to tell you guys it's not a must, but if you'd like to, you can donate. My PayPal link will be typed on the screen there, probably about right in here-ish, somewhere in there. So any and all donations definitely help the channel. It helps us get out more. It helps us buy different products to review or install on side-by-sides or whatever have you. So if you like what you see and you're willing to help out the channel, by all means, go for it. Before we get into the discussion here, if you're not part of Street Legal Side-by-Sides Ohio on Facebook, go ahead and get over there and join if you live in Ohio and you got a side-by-side and you want to make it street legal. I also wanted to let you know about our upcoming event. It'd be Saturday, October 17th, 4 to 8 p.m. I have it posted in the group. It's going to be a street legal ride going on. There's already a car cruise in that weekend at the same place. So I figured what a better weekend to do it. Everything's already set up and all that. We just got to show up and have fun and eat some food. Now let's get into what happened Saturday in a little bit more detail, because in the video I really don't go into much detail or anything like that. I just show the stop, which I'll show on this video as well for those of you who didn't see it. I spoke with, let me get his name, I wrote it down. I spoke with John Maxey today, and he's at the Muskingum watershed here in Ohio. That's Atwood Lake. That's where we got pulled over. And from what I had a nice little conversation with him, super nice fella. And I explained to him our situation, and he had told us that they have a very strict policy on side-by-sides. And I kindly explained to him about us being street legal and our titles were changed over and everything like that. And I explained to him the whole ordeal on being street legal. And he said that we were in the right to be there. We shouldn't have been asked to leave. He also said he would like to see the titles. I told him how they were titled and all of that, and he said he would like to see the titles. That way he could make a true statement, but he said from what I'm telling him, that we were absolutely in the right and we should have been able to be in there. He goes, but they have a strict policy on side-by-side, so his officer was probably unaware of the street legalities of our machines and all of that. And he wanted me to tell you guys because I told him about our group. So I'm hoping that maybe he can join our group and learn a little bit. I don't know. But he did ask me to tell you guys that right now they're actually in the process of going over their policy on the side-by-sides because there are so many people that are street legal, or not street legal, I'm sorry. There are so many people that have side-by-sides that want to be able to have them in the parks. And he said right now they're going over their policy to make it happen. To make it so you guys can drive your side-by-sides in a Muskingum watershed. And so we were talking about that a little bit. And I told him that, I was thankful for his conversation. And I let him know that his officer did an awesome job. His officer didn't treat us disrespectful. His officer was nice and polite. And I let him know that his officer was so nice that he didn't completely make us leave. He let us park on the side and continue on about our business in the park, which he could have made us leave that day. Legally, he couldn't have, but to the officer's knowledge, he could have because he was going by their absolutely no side-by-side policy in the park. And when I was explaining to him the legalities of the street legal side-by-sides, he was beginning to understand, and he said that, yeah, we should have been able to just ride around the park. And I explained to him we didn't want to cause any problems. There's a better way of going about it, exactly, which is what I did. I made a phone call, and we have it all taken care of. So there should be no more future problems. And if you do have any future problems, mention John Maxey's name because I believe he's the head honcho over there. That's who everybody passed me along to, who was in charge of everything. So, and he sure sounded like he was. I don't know his position over there, but he's very professional, really nice guy, and he asked me to pass that information along, and I told him, we're trying to, our goal at the end of the day is to make sure we're legal, make sure we're doing things the right way, and we don't want to cause any issues at the end of the day. We don't want anybody to be mad at us at the end of the day. We don't want any problems whatsoever. We just want to drive our side-by-sides wherever we want to. We want to have fun. We don't want to annoy people with them, even though some people are probably going to have a heart attack because you're in a side-by-side on the street. Well, they're in their car on the street too. What's the freaking difference? What is the difference of our side-by-sides being in the street and a motorcycle being in the street? There's really no difference. If there is a difference, you tell me. And don't tell me the wheels either, because that would be the only difference is 2 versus 4 wheels. I don't know. Motorcycles don't have airbags. Motorcycles don't have cages, safety cages. Motorcycles don't have seat belts or safety harnesses. I feel like the side-by-side is much safer than a motorcycle. That's a whole different ball game for another video. But I just wanted to do a quick update for you guys and let you know about our conversation. I would have recorded our conversation, but he had called me out of the blue and was returning my phone call, and I wasn't expecting it. So, oh well, but that's what he had told me, that they are working on their policy, and that since we're legal, we are legal to ride on them roads and be in that park just like you are in your car, etc. But he did make it clear that their policy stated no side-by-sides, even though it really doesn't, have anything to do with us. So, but I want to thank you guys for watching. This is just a quick one today. Make sure you get down there and like, share, and subscribe. And like I said before, I don't normally ask for donations or anything like that. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. But it does help the channel. It'll help us grow. It'll help us get more information out to you. We have thousands of dollars in cameras and equipment, and we have a lot of time invested in videos. Not that it matters, because it's what I like to do. It is a nice little hobby for me, and as long as I can afford it, I'll keep on doing it. It gets expensive, and it gets expensive fast. But I wanted to thank all of you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little clip and this informational video here and the update on the pullover. Hopefully we can run with some information that we just learned, because when I got pulled over, if you notice in the video, I kind of rebutted with the officer a little bit, and he really wasn't having it, but he wasn't being an ass. He was being super nice, super cordial, just overall an awesome officer. I didn't show all of our conversation on camera, but you guys got the gist of it. There was nothing bad to show. He didn't even, I offered him my registration. He didn't want to see it. I think he should have took the time to read the registration. I think he should have took the time to maybe run our plates, take our driver's license, make sure he was doing the right thing. Everybody makes mistakes, whether you got a badge or you don't have a badge. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in a $1,000 suit or if you're in $5 shorts. Everybody makes mistakes. Not everybody knows everything. And I was not gonna flip shit on that guy for no reason, when I know that we could have did what we did do, which was leave, kind of. He let us go park, but we were willing to leave if we had to. And I knew that I could make phone calls later to sort out the situation rather than get my vehicle impounded, get tickets, have to fight in court, get tased, get thrown down to the ground. Not saying that's what he would have done, but it's definitely an option had I gotten rude and out of tone with the fella. Possibilities are endless. I could have ended up on the ground tased. My side-by-side could have ended up on the back of a tow truck. I didn't want any of that. So I made my little rebuttals to him. He didn't really want to hear it. He wanted us out of the park because he was doing his job. Not a lot of people know anything about street legal side-by-sides. So I couldn't hold it to him. I wanted to go to higher up and get the correct answers. There's better ways to doing things than fighting with police, even if they're in the wrong. And honestly, I don't know the laws of the Muskingum parks, so I didn't exactly know if I was in the right or wrong that day. But now I know I was in the right. But had I known that I was 100% in the right that day, things may have gone a little bit differently, but I didn't know, so I wasn't pushing buttons. And I'm not a problem causer. I don't go out looking for problems. I'm not that guy on YouTube. We don't look for problems. We look for happiness, fun, entertainment, and more knowledge from our videos. That's what we look for. We don't look for problems. So with that said, I'm going to end it here, and I hope somebody out there can learn from our mistake and that officer's mistake. So hopefully there won't be a next time. Hopefully you won't get thrown out of a park like that in your street legal rig. Thank you for watching, guys. As always, Redneck Garage is out, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.